Alright, so this video covers geometry, content objective 4.5.2, which is about the incenters and incircles of a triangle. So let's see, if I have a triangle here. So this is my triangle A, B, and C. Okay, and then now I'm going to draw an angle bisector of my angle ABC. So I take out the other color and I drew a angle bisector. Okay, and then I'm going to draw another angle bisector from my angle BAC. So I drew another angle bisector. Okay, so let's just say this point when the two angle bisector intersects, I just call it angle point I at this moment. Okay, so then let's check. Okay, so if I have two angle bisectors and then they intersect at one point I, and previously from content objective 4.5.1 that I know from any point on an angle bisector, the distance to the two sides of the angle will be the same. So now let me present the property here. Okay, and okay, it happened to be very much so the same. Okay, so then I know the distance to the 2 points, the two sides of that angle will be the same from content objective 4.5.1. So I know that these guys will be the same, and so forth that these guys will be the same. Okay, and this is the transitive property in geometry, because this guy equals to this guy and this guy equals to this guy, so this guy equals to this guy, which is like if segment, let's say if A equals to B and B equals to C, then we know that A equals to C. This is the transitive property in mathematics. Okay, so then now that we know that from this point I, the point I to distance from point I to the three sides of the triangle will be the same. Now here comes an important question. Well, the distance, will the angle bisector intersect at this point I? Okay, so the answer is yes. And here comes the reason. Let me draw the angle bisector here. Okay. So the reason why that three angle bisector will intersect at one point is because of the property of the angle bisector. So the angle bisector, the distance from any arbitrary point from the angle bisector to the two sides will always be the same. So therefore that three angle bisector in a triangle, that they will intersect in the same point, and this is what we call an incenter. So an incenter in triangle is the intersection of the three angle bisectors in a triangle. So this is what we call an incenter. Okay, so as the circumcenter has circumradius, the incenter has incircle and in radius, because the distance to three sides of the triangle are the same. So I can see this incenter as a center of a circle, and these three sides, these three distances which are congruent as the radius of a circle. Okay, so for any triangle we can find an incircle from the intersection of the angle bisectors, which is the incenter.